Hello everyone, here we are back on Loco Shortline operations with the third of our tutorial series. And this is the video that some of you have probably been waiting for most, and that is the Loco section. Yeah, we're going to go buy a train, and we're going to learn how to operate it as well, what all the controls do, and basically how to get the best out of it. So let's run the intro and then we can get started. So here we are at the spawn point, and we've got our table ahead of us, and we'll go through how to work it, but I'm guessing most of you have probably gone and clicked and had to play around with this already, and probably even got a loco sat here, and a few of you may even have worked out how to get it moving. But for those of you that haven't yet, we've got a series of buttons on here to use. So first one is, if we go to this, there's locomotives there. If you press on it, you'll see we switch through. We can go wagons, support vehicles. So this is your tenders and stuff like that. Then we've got our narrow gauge. We've got cars and trucks. So this is everything from pickups to cranes, forklifts. Kind of could be classed as support vehicles, but it's support vehicles that don't run on rails, essentially. So we'll come back to the locomotive screen, and we've got $10,000 to spend. And that won't buy you a whole lot to start off. It'll buy you enough, but not a whole lot. So let's have a look. So essentially, what it boils down to is you have the LDM12 if you want to go diesel, or the Trojan for steam. There is the rocket on here, but it is a crude model. It's still added because it came with the game and it just hasn't been taken out. But I would suggest not going for this. It's not very powerful, and you're not going to get a whole lot of enjoyment. It's nice to look at though. So what we're going to do is we're going to buy the Trojan today. So you select what one you want using the arrows, and you click buy, and it will pop into view. And some of the rolling stock, not all of it, but quite a few of it, you'll see you can change the color. We're going to go for a nice purple, which was done to commemorate the Queen's Jubilee. Sadly, she has now passed away, but for the 70th anniversary, there was a real loco. It wasn't the Trojan. It was a tender loco on the Severn Valley Railway, I believe, that was painted in similar kind of purple to commemorate the Jubilee. And while I'm digressing now, if you want to get rid of your vehicle, you change your mind, you can just hit the sell button and ping. So there's no financial cost to buying and then selling your vehicle. You will get back exactly what you paid for it. Certainly at this point. That may change in the future, but for now, you're not going to lose any money. So, stepping up to our loco. We've got a whole bunch of controls in here. You're going to see your sight glass. You've got a regulator, you've got your reverser, and you've got your brakes. And if you hover over the firebox, you're going to see fill hold. Now, currently in this game, you have unlimited coal. And when you see fill hold on a loco, if you hold the left mouse button, you're going to fill up the fire with coal. Just be wary though, you're not going to build any steam pressure unless you've got water. So if we come up here, you can see there's a tap here which says fill fuel. Now on a steam loco, the fuel is in fact water. On the diesel, it's your diesel. So if we hold on there, you'll see this gauge goes up. We don't want to completely fill it. And that is pulling water from this tank here, which that is an unlimited tank there. Likewise with the diesel for now, but later on in the game, that diesel tank will disappear. So got some water in it, and as you can see, the PSI is coming up. You will see there is a second water gauge here though, and to fill that, we need to go over to that water tank over there. So I'm going to build up some pressure. See, I've got some exhaust coming through the funnel. And to control this, you use the U key. You'll bring up your user interface in the bottom left-hand corner. And you've got a choice of controls. You can use the hand controls. So if we move the reverser, you'll see that goes to 20%. And you can pull it back, and you can go into the minus, which is reverse. Now, on a lot of games, you're going to be tempted to just whack that to 100% and go, okay, now I'm going fully forward. Let's open up the regulator or the throttle, essentially. And whilst you can do this, certainly with no wagons, and you'll pull off no problem. But you want to think of this reverser as your gears. So you want to start off with it quite low. And if you're using the controls and hold shift, you can see you can move it by single digit. Likewise with the regulator, just open that up, which is essentially your throttle, and away we go. And should you want to stop, put on the brake, close your regulator, and you'll come to a stop. There we go. We've got our loco purchased. We started it. And that's all in less than 8 minutes. So we can end the video, yeah? No, just kidding. What good is a loco without something to pull? So we'll go over to wagons. I would advise against getting this tiny trailer. It was put in there as a test more than anything. You're going to want to look at something like short trailer or a coal wagon from the UK or a small flatbed. Something simple like these. Or you can even get a medium trailer should you want. Here we are, we've got £5,500. Let's buy one of these. Nice big trailer. And what we're going to do, actually, before I jump on that, I will show you that you have handbrake on here. So hold left click to wind it on, right click to wind it off. Now we're going to wind it on because we want to reverse our train up. We don't want to push it off the track. I've actually put some buffers there, but if you haven't got buffers, you can easily just nudge into it and it's going to happily roll off the end of your line. So, click reverser, wind off the brakes, give it a nudge on the regulator. That's going to come back and you're going to see this hitch here. And the controls have actually changed since I last played. So E is going to hitch up, Q is going to release. Now, I have seen it mentioned on other videos about rolling stock with buffers and knuckle couplings. Yes, it does look odd, but Joe, the developer, essentially had to go with a standardized coupling so any kind of vehicle can be used together, be it UK, US, so on and so forth. So yes, it's a compromise. No, the buffers aren't functional, but you know, at least you can run anything with anything without too many worries. So we'll knock the handbrake off and we will head down the line. What I'm going to do is I just jump up. So we're going to head along here, go up there, reverse. I'm going to just fill up the water, and all you have to do is run your loco under there and it will auto activate, fill up there, and then I'm going to run the train up to standard goods, which is there in the distance, and then we'll resume the video. So catch you in a second. So here we are, successfully parked at the standard goods facility. Now I'll run through in a following video how we actually load our goods and go and sell them at our heavy goods, which if we refresh the map, you can see that we have a line going up. And I finished the previous video with this. Haven't built the track to about here. As you see, I've continued it on. We've even got a double track section down to the heavy goods yard. So I will, as I say, cover the goods in a following video. But for now, what we're going to do is we're just going to jump back to spawn. And we're going to have a look at the diesel because there's some minor differences. Nothing major, but just some little differences to take into account when using the diesel. So here we are back at the table, and this time we're going to spawn in our diesel. Now, there is no alternative color for this one. And jump on board. Just going to pop the brakes on. It is slightly rolling back. So this time, what we're going to do is we're going to hold the button, and as you can see the gauge going up on our fuel. And the main difference with the diesel is you have a stop start button. So if we click that, you'll hear it go through the startup procedure. Unfortunately, at the moment, there isn't a wind down button. The sound will just instantly cut. But I am told that will be fixed. So we have our diesel started now. So the reverser works in the same way. Now, there was mention in Heiss's video about how you don't have notches. And that's true. Diesels tend to have notches if they're an American diesel, particularly, but I kind of like that it doesn't, because it standardizes the control across the game. wind off the brakes, got our reverser set, and again, give it a beep on the regulator and away we go. Heck of a reflection there off that grill. Now there is one other thing you can see in the UI, sorry, and that's light. So if you hold the Alt button, it will allow you to come across and you can click those lights on, and if we go outside, see front and rear lights activated, turn them off. Okay, and that is the main differences between the steam and diesel locos. It is worth mentioning that there is also electric locos. I haven't personally played with those yet, and when I get to that point I will do a follow-up video for those of you that need to learn how to use electric locos. My guess is by the time you get to that point you'll probably know yourselves anyway. But that is going to be it for this video. In the next video we are going to run through loading up with goods, taking the goods down our line, the heavy goods, and selling them. So that being said, thank you very much for watching this one, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.